The Sharks and Raiders game starts fairly soon. So why am I doing this now? All that and more right here on the Milkman Podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Milkman Podcast. And yes, that's right. I'm unorganised, but we'll get into that in a minute. Actually, no, we'll get into that now. Talk about it now. Get it out of the way early. This will be a condensed preview. Obviously, it's game day. I didn't intend for this to be the way it turned out, but nonetheless, it's what happened. Things out of my control, obviously, and, life happens. You know what I mean? Life comes at you quick. Just got to do what you can, and easy as that. And I won't get into the whys and hows. I don't want to put that on the audience and on you people watching this, or listening on Apple Music and on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I don't want to put that on you, but this will be a fairly short episode today. Obviously, it is game day. I don't want to cut into anybody's time and all that sort of stuff. I did want to have this out early, but again, life happens. So, but I'm home now. I'm ready to go. I will explain why I didn't get this up early today. Obviously, yesterday, completely different story. I won't get into that real personal stuff there. But today, why today this is coming out so late. So I'll put this down here so I remember to talk about it later because it's not that important. Cool. All right, we're ready to go. So let's just get straight into the preview, shall we? So, Cronulla Sharks in Canberra. I'm not confident at all, to be honest. I've tipped against us again. It works sometimes, so we might win, I guess. I don't know. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, later tonight, it's going to be a tough game. In every sense of the word. Again, not confident in our abilities at all. And I'll be the first one to say, I don't like it. I think we're going to get absolutely smashed here. But yeah, we'll get into the keys of the game here for me personally. There's only so much there's only so many ways you can say we're going to get smashed. So I'm not going to say it many more times here. Watch Mulatalo's wing. He's an absolute gun. He's going to be a real tough cookie to crack. I'm not looking forward to that. Obviously, this year we haven't been very good at watching the wings, so I'm pretty confident in saying he's going to get a couple tries. So if you haven't put a bet on yet and you're a betting man or woman or they or them, whatever the case may be, put a bet on it. He's going to get at least 2 today. I'll put. What should I put on it? I don't know. I won't put anything of value to me on it. I won't be putting money on it. I don't have the money for it. But if I did, I probably would be putting $5 on him getting 2+. So there you go. There's my tip of the game. Don't let Nico Hines get comfortable. Get in his face. Hit him up. Do something. Don't let him get comfortable because when he's on, he's one of the best players in the competition. Week in, week out, he will really, really rinse you. He will put the ball where I've never seen it before. He's a gun player, obviously. He gets overlooked a little bit at times with some of the other premier halfbacks in the competition. But, mate, when he's on, he's on. And I don't know if it's just me that feels this way, but when he plays the Raiders, he tends to be really on. So I'm not looking forward to seeing what he does here tonight. And watch out for Adam Fanor-Blake. Joey Tarpany's got that responsibility to be on him, I'm pretty sure. So that'll be very, very interesting to see how that pans out. But, mate, it's going to be a rough game to watch. I'm going to strap in. I don't have any beers in the house, which is going to be a bit rough. But, we'll figure it out as we go along. I'll find something. I'm sure there's some sort of alcohol to drown my sorrows tonight, because I do not think this will be pretty. You thought the Manly game was bad. Just you wait. I'm calling it now. Just you wait. This will be bad. This will get really hairy. But yeah, I'm not confident. One bit, I was more confident about Manly. Great. So we'll get into the team list now. Yeah, it's a bit down this episode after last week, especially. I'm still racking my brain about that one. Again, not mad, just disappointed. So yeah, no real content to come out of this one. Again, pretty condensed. Obviously, I'm zooming through it, but again, the game starts pretty soon, and I want to get this up and ready. So, team lists. Here we go. So, fullback will be KO Weeks. He's still around. He's still playing fullback. No Chevy Stewart yet. The wings will be Tamale and Savage, and then Tomoko and Chris in the centres. 5'8", Strange, and halfback Fogarty. There's your half pairing. That will be the case until someone gets injured. Papali'i, Starling, Tarpany, Young, Nicholson, and Horsburgh are the forwards. Paddy, Sasagi, Smithies, and Mariota are on the interchange. Jed Stewart's the replacement, and Levi is the reserve. There you go. And then for the Sharks, William Kennedy. He's one to watch. He's a gun. He was last year. I haven't seen a Sharks game this year, but last year he was. Stone Street and Mulatalo on the wings. Haven't heard much about Stone Street. I don't know if that's just me. But, Jesse Ramian and Hiroti in the centres. Ramian, I've heard good things about him. Jesse, so, yeah. Oh, God. Braden Trindle and Nico Hines. I forgot about Trindle. There's another one to watch. Oh, my goodness gracious me. This won't be pretty, will it? Oh, dear. Adam Fanua Blake. Blake Brayley. I wonder if he's related to Jaden. Oregon Kaufusi, Brighton Nickera. He's one to watch out for as well. Billy Burns, Cam McInnes, one to watch out for as well. Daniel Atkinson. They're the forwards. Then Daniel Atkinson, Thomas Hazelton, Toby Rudolph, and Hao Tapuha is the interchange, and Puru and Colquhoun are the reserves. Sorry, mate, I absolutely butchered his name. But, yeah, so, boy, oh, boy. Not looking forward to this one, if you can't tell, and if I haven't said it enough. But, yeah, there you go. There's our lineups for round 5, Thursday night footy, multicultural round, which is kind of exciting. That's kind of cool. What will be the theme there? I don't know if anyone's got any multicultural round jerseys coming out. I know the Canberra Raiders on Instagram have posted stuff with everyone's flag and the flag down the side of the team list and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. There's the team list, and there's the preview for the Cronulla Sharks game. So, let's head over to the milk bar. It's a staple. I love the milk bar. Now, this probably should be in around the NRL, but I kind of wanted to put it in the milk bar just because, I want the around the NRL segment to just be NRL, like what's going on at the Cowboys or what's going on at the Sharks or what's going on at the Dragons, But the milk bar, I kind of want it to be not only the Raiders, but actual NRL stuff, like what Peter V'landys just said or what this bloke or that guy has said or this Sheila. You know what I mean? So anyway, the new head high tackle ruling, if you get them head high or whatever, above the neck or high tackle or whatever they're calling it, if they see it fit and they see that it's not accidental and you've gone for the head, you go straight to the sin bin. Now, how will they adjudicate? This is my question. I don't know if it's been answered or not. Again, this week has just been fully hectic, same as last week. It's all going on at the moment. But next week, will still be hectic as well. But I don't think we play on a Thursday or Friday, so I should be on top of it. I'm going to look now, just in case, just so I can let you know if... No, we play on Saturday night. So, yeah, all well and good next week. We should be all good next week. Never fear. May have to get the episode out on the Monday next week because I've got a test on Tuesday. It's a whole thing. Again, just keep an eye out. I'll probably have the next week's episode out on Monday, the review show, if I'm up to it. If not, because Tuesday's hectic, so that'll probably be off the cards. But Friday, I'll get the episode up. No problems since we play on Saturday. So all good there. But anyway, get them head high. They're in the sin bin. How will they adjudicate it? I'm struggling to wrap my head around it, to be honest. Like, I don't like the bunker as it is. Are they going to have to get the bunker involved in this? Are they going to have to take time off the clock so they can go to the bunker to see if he accidentally clipped him on the head or if the bloke was stacking it? And, it's hard for a tackler to go from here to here in 0.5 of a second when somebody's tripping over. I guess we'll see it this weekend, and it won't be perfect this weekend. Expect a lot of sin bins this week. I'd be willing to bet on that. I'd actually bet on that over. I'd bet on the over, whatever it is on sports bet, whatever. I'd bet the over on sin bins because it's going to be very hectic this weekend. Next week, they might, or during the week, next week, they'll probably clean it up and decide how they're going to adjudicate it and what they're going to do about it because it just doesn't make sense to me at this point. So it'll probably be bad viewing, even if we are winning tonight, just because it'll probably be a lot of stop-start. Again, I don't know how they will adjudicate this. I'm baffled. I really am. I have no idea how this is going to work, if it's going to work, if this will just be a one-weekend thing, because it doesn't really make sense. I get that they're trying to protect the head, but sometimes you clip someone accidentally. And how are they going to say, nah, that wasn't an accident? I can tell, but it's clearly an accident. That they're probably going to have to get the bunker involved, and they're probably going to take time off the clock, which means the game's going to run longer and not in a good way either. I love rugby league. I love watching footy, but I don't love just sitting around waiting for something to happen either. I like the clock rolling. You know what I mean? I don't want to just sit there and go, oh, man, can we just hurry up here, please? What's going on? Anyway, but yeah, it still doesn't make sense to me. I've tried to wrap my head around it. Watched NRL 360 last night, and they're still asking the same questions I am. So, I mean, if people on Fox League still don't know, how the bloody hell am I meant to know? Anyway, so that's pretty much it for for all of the NRL stuff this week. Again, I haven't really been able to keep on top of everything. I know there's backlash about the DCE situation going on 100% footy and airing out his grievances and airing out dirty laundry. Well, he didn't do that, but he did, go on NRL 100% footy and sort of go, I hope we can all move on. That's sort of counterproductive in a sense, in my opinion. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. It's his life. If he wants to jeopardize his season, again, he's sort of said, I just want to move on, and I'm sure they will, but in a fan's perspective, for Manly as well, I'm assuming, like, this is how I'd feel if Jack Whiten went on 100% footy and, like, early in the season and said, I want to go to the Bunnies. I'd sort of be annoyed, wouldn't be okay with it. I'd be annoyed. Like I said, it's all just a bit strange. Another thing we can talk about, Payne Haas wants to play for Samoa, and they're all the journalists and all these people are starting to say, well, you won't be able to play Origin. And there's a whole Origin debacle about it because he's a New South Welshman. And, obviously turning his back on Australia, that's another thing that are getting people riled up. In my opinion, this is how I'd want to see it done. You've got a year in your rookie season to sort of figure that out. right? And you can play for Australia while you're figuring it out if you've got parents from Tonga or whatever. But in that second year, you need to be 100% sure whether you want to play for Australia or Tonga. Because I don't understand. Because, like, you look at all the greats of the game. Laurie Daly, you know, Ricky Stewart, Alfie Langer, right? They're just the three off the top of my head for some reason at the moment. You look at these three blokes and you don't go, oh, how good were they for Australia when they played for Australia? You know what I mean? Because obviously they moved to New Zealand when they, in the back half. You don't see that because now Payne Haas is going to have Australia and Samoa potentially on his resume. You should only be representing one country, except for maybe the first year. This is how I think it should go. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, that's how I think it should go. I don't understand why people want to chop and change nations like that. I mean, surely if he wanted to play for Samoa, he'd just play for Samoa. I don't know why you'd want to do both, play for Australia first and then Samoa. Surely you just want to go, I just want to play for Samoa. Or should you just go? I mean, again, it's probably easy for me to say that because I am basically purely Australian, obviously, and maybe for these Islander guys, it's more so like a heritage. Like, I don't know. I can't speak for them. I don't know what's going through their mind. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't really. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. Yeah. Seeing the same thing with Kalen Ponga. I mean, should they be able to play Origin? I don't know. Probably not. Again, I don't know. I'd have to really think about it. I haven't really. All I've sort of seen is this Origin thing, and I've just been more racking my brain around why someone would want to play for Australia and then go, oh, you know what? Nah, I'd rather play for Tonga. Or nah, I'd rather play for New Zealand. I don't know. Surely you just play for one of them your whole career. If you want to play for Samoa, why not just play for Samoa instead of going to Australia and then going, or playing for Australia and then going, no, actually I want to play for Tonga. Well, no, actually I want to play for Papua New Guinea or whatever. I don't understand. Surely you just pick one. I don't know. Again, it's probably easy for a pure Australian to say that. It might be a bit different for, well, maybe not Kiwis, but it's probably a bit different. It's I don't know. It's all a bit strange to me. I don't completely get it, like I've said, but maybe one day it'll all be laid out for me and I'll fully understand. If you get what's going on there, again, please let me know, A, your opinion, and B, why you think so many people are going up and back again. But anyway, let's talk about a couple of things. So why this episode was so late today. Real riveting story, actually. Not at all. So I went to uni today on the train, going to the city. So, yeah, great. I live so far away. It's such a pain to get there. And coming back sucks because you just want to go home. So I walk in, go to where the platform is, where my train takes up from. I look up, it says train leaves at 1:37. I go, sweet. What am I going to do to kill the time? I've got half an hour. So I go and I sort of go for a walk to Adelaide Oval. And they're setting up gather round for down here. It's pretty cool. Seeing all that stuff going down. They're cleaning the bridge. If you don't know what the bridge is, it goes over the river. Yeah, it's great. It's real riveting stuff, isn't it? So I go back and then I look and it says 2:07. I go, what? What's going on here? So I go, I have something to eat. I go and get a meatball panini. Wasn't very good, but I ate it. It was fine. Go back, or I was eating it, and there was an announcement over the loudspeaker. Couldn't hear what it said. So I go, okay, well, because it said something about the line I had to go on, and it said all that sort of stuff. So I walk back, and I go, okay, well, it still says 2:07. Then they say it over the loudspeaker again. If you're trying to go to here or towards this direction, sorry, there's been a breakdown of a train. We cannot run trains from here to the city. find a way home. Go talk to someone if you need to. So I'm like, oh, great. Call my mum. She drove up to bit over half. More over halfway. But there's a new expressway that they've put in here in Adelaide, so it's pretty easy to get to where I was. So I had to catch a train closer to the main road, and so that's why this was late. Otherwise, I would have already recorded, and this would have been up ages ago. But obviously, with that little debacle, that set me back about an hour. And so I just thought, well, what's the point? I had to drop my mum off somewhere as well. So, that's why this is so late. And if you saw the Milkman tips the other day, you would have seen this. I hope you can see that. Yeah, my finger's stuffed. So, I was meant to try out for rugby league yesterday. I'm going to move on from footy, Aussie rules, and go to rugby league. And obviously now I can't because my finger's stuffed. I would have gone out to do it if I could have buddy taped my fingers together, but I can't. It's so swollen. It's not even funny. So, we'll talk about Milkman tips now, actually. I'll go through my tips for this weekend just before I sign off and leave you to it. So I'll put on Milkman tips now just before we go. And here we are. Milkman tips. So Sharks, Raiders, I tip the Sharks by a lot. You'll need 4 hands to count the amount, I reckon, that we're going to lose by. Panthers, Cowboys, I said Panthers by 1 million. I don't think that's going to surprise anyone. Rabbitohs, Roosters. Normally you throw form out the window for this one, but I'm not. Give me the Bunnies. Again, keep riding the Bunnies till I can't no more. And obviously they let me down last week. They didn't. I didn't tip them last week, and then they ended up beating the Panthers. So that's my bad. I should have kept to my philosophy, but I didn't. Eels, Dragons. I tipped the Dragons pretty comfortably, I reckon. I'm not sold on the Eels. I think they're going to be wooden spooners this year. I think they suck. Titans, Dolphins. I don't like either of them. I think they both suck this year. I don't like them. Still, give me the Titans. Somebody's going to win. I wish I could tip nobody there, but I've got to tip someone. Tigers, Broncos. I think I tipped the Broncos, didn't I? I actually can't remember. I kind of want to change that tip to the Tigers now. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it live here on the Milkman podcast. I'm going to tip update. I'm going to tip the Tigers. I like them. I like the Tigers a lot, and that's going to really backfire. I'm tipping the Tigers. All right? I'm going to change that in a minute. We'll get that sorted. I'm tipping the Tigers over the Broncos. There's your first ever Milkman tipping update right here on the Milkman podcast. That's really, really, really riveting stuff here tonight, isn't it? Seagulls, Storms. I tip the Seagulls. I think they're going to go unbeaten at Four Pines Park this year, just like I think the Warriors are going to go unbeaten over in Auckland. And, of course, the Dogs and the Knights. I tip the Dogs pretty comfortably too. I can't see them winning the Knights here. I think the Dogs have really surprised me this year, and I'm good on them. Good on them. But, that'll do it for today's episode of the Milkman podcast, the condensed preview for the Sharks game later tonight. So enjoy your footy this weekend. I sure as hell will. Hopefully we get the win. Hopefully they prove me wrong, but I'm sure they won't, because why would we? But that'll do it. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for bearing with me. It's been a hectic couple of weeks, but we're there. So obviously, if you want to stay updated with all things Canberra Raiders and the Milkman podcast at the moment, because it's all hectic and the schedule will be thrown out the window really in the next coming weeks, because it's all up in arms. Everything's going on here. So just make sure you're following at Milkman Podcast on Twitter and Instagram to stay updated with all the stuff going on in the Raiders world, and to see when podcasts are coming out, because I will tweet before they come out from here on out, just so you know when I'm about to start recording, so you can expect the episode instead of just waiting around, because it's all hectic at the moment. It's all going down. So thank you for bearing with me. Enjoy your footy this weekend. Enjoy the Raiders game later on tonight. Hopefully, if you're listening tomorrow on Friday, we already won. That'll be great, wouldn't it? Won't happen though, will it? But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. And as always, up the milk.